Yes! Welcome back to Footy and Friends.
Welcome back to Footy and Friends.
Great to be back. Robin NAHAS still with us.
NAHAS.
He's come back 2 days after again.
Oh, I know. How good is that?
So we have a bit of a joke, Robin, about our shows.
Yep.
Because released on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yes.
The cat's out of the bag now.
Yep.
Earlier in the year, we used to have to change after episodes. One day, Brett, you'd be familiar with Brett, how he can be a bit stubborn.
Oh, no. Really?
He refused to change.
Look how filthy Eddie is right now.
I'm not filthy.
He
I know
refused
the
to
story.
change. And me and Dyl changed. And then it was all about
ruined
the
it.
outfit
He
repeater.
ruined
Everyone just thought that I only had one jumper at home.
Oh, which is funny because then we just like, well, Brett fucked it for all of us.
Yeah.
So now we just wear the same clothes. And,
Fair enough.
And we talk about the same shit.
and we do. And this episode of Footy and Friends is brought to you by our good friends
Great friends.
at BWS. Have you been down to BWS?
I have. Yeah.
We'll get to you in a second because I just got to finish the credit. Get your drinks for game day sorted and enjoy the footy with BWS. When have you been?
Just on Friday. I dropped in there before I went out for my little hunting trip. And,
Yeah.
just bought a nice little
We
case.
all like hunting geared up already.
No, I wasn't. No, I couldn't go in there full camo. Imagine that. My neighbour is actually on the way home. He was full camoed up. He's like, I can't go in there and order a coffee, mate. One, they won't see me.
His gun.
He's like, this is stick up.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I was had the work boots on and just a pair of jeans,
Yeah.
and a flannel. Always got the flannel when you're going out.
What'd you buy?
Just a case of Carlton drafts.
Yeah, because you're camping.
Because we're
You don't want to be too alternative out in the campsite, do you?
Nah, mate, we're from the country.
Hard
That's what
man.
we drink.
Hard man.
Yeah.
I went down and saw Dad over the weekend.
Yeah.
And Dad just drinks VB, really. He's just got VB in the...
Vitamin Bs.
And I'm not big on them.
Yeah.
And I thought, maybe there's some dries or some pale ales or something that I've left there since last time I've been there. And
Yeah.
he just cleaned it all out and it was only VB, so I had to have a couple of VB
Yeah.
stubbies.
How'd you go? You didn't.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
We got told
No,
once,
but-
if you're crook
Yeah.
and it's not VBs, it's actually a different drink. But when I was coaching Werribee, I was a bit like this. I couldn't hardly speak on the Thursday night.
Yeah.
And I was giving the brief, the big inspirational brief on a Thursday. All right, here's the plan. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. And then couldn't really speak. And one of the boys in the front, Jack Henderson, his name, he's from Blighty.
Yep.
So real country soul. He goes, packet of butter menthols and 3 Carlton drafts.
Away you go.
So on the way home, 6-pack of Carlton draft,
Yeah.
packet of butter menthols, good as gold.
Right as rain.
Might try that tonight.
Yeah, you should.
Um,
What would you drink? You've like
Yeah, what do
vodka
you,
cruisers. You would have got guava, passion fruit.
Just the Belvedere on the rocks, mate. A couple of limes.
You
Here we go.
Yeah, in the back room of Boutique. That's where you'd find Uzi snipping his
Actually, I
Boutique
was
hasn't been open since I was 18. Like,
Boutique.
I still love Boutique.
I was at a function recently, and there was a guy that used to play at Port Melbourne. Now, I can't remember his name. I brought up Clayton Hinkley, who gets another run on this podcast. So I used to play with Clayton Hinkley.
Dylan McLaren?
What was his name?
Dylan McLaren, is that you used to talk?
Toby Pinwell.
No, Toby. I know Dylan McLaren as well.
I can't believe we just mentioned Toby on this. He's going to love that.
So anyway, I'm talking to this guy. He's a bit like...
Adrian Bonadio.
Great full forward.
How did you remember Bonnets?
Sam Fleming.
Yes, we just keep going through the borough. What a footy team.
So anyway, I'm talking to this guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
you would play with Clayton Hinkley. He goes, I caught my back end of my career. I played with Clayton. And he goes, Clayton was more with the Baroque crew.
The Baroque. Oh, downstairs.
He goes, I was more down at the Rex.
Yeah. Jeepers.
Clayton Hinkley.
Baroque.
So there you go. But hey, we have got Mac in as well today, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
Well, Mac, we're going to brief you again. Don't need your mic just yet. Get ready, because we're going to come to you for a game to assist us with our preview. You don't know which game it is.
Hopefully you know the coach.
So be ready. All right, be ready. So let's start. We're going to go through the finals preview. How did you, just quickly, weekend off, how did it all feel?
I didn't like it.
Loved it.
Why?
I think because all my friends are normal for a week, like without any footy, and they're not emotional.
You're Carlton Nuffy friends.
You got no idea what this
So you're
group's
looking forward
like.
to this weekend?
Oh, they go straight
build
out,
up.
don't they? 8 goals down. Oh, they go straight out. That's the only game I care about.
No, I didn't rate it. I'd rather see it go straight through.
Yeah, it was a tough weekend.
It was
with
North
weather
Melbourne's fault this happened. You know that.
What was that?
Played Richmond 2015, the week before we played them in the last round.
Yeah.
And we rested 9
No,
players.
Freo used to do it as well.
Yeah, Ross did it a couple of years back before that, but they did it.
I was strapping them on. Out I go, Ross, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, man.
We rested 9, then played them the week later and beat them.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have. We still were up, but we shit the bed. Anywho.
Anywho, elephant in the room, Dylan's still not with us.
Oh.
Still in Bali, plugging his nanny.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Like,
What?
Spend some time with your kid.
Oh, he's like, all he does over there
Max
is...
doesn't even look happy.
All he does over there is talk about going to the gym, which he doesn't go to.
Yeah.
And gets a nanny.
And drinking
Don't
non-alcoholic
know
beers.
why, because he doesn't go to the gym.
Yeah.
And then he plugs the nanny.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's still... But we know he loves his refreshingly BWS stats.
He does.
So,
Well, the good thing is we'll be able to understand them today because you're
I
reading
don't
them
know,
out.
because I run out of breath halfway through saying them because my chest is closing in. But
Yeah.
this season will be the first final series
Yeah.
that feature both the Lions and the Hawks, the Hawthorns, since 2001. But together, they have won 7 of the last 24
Isn't that amazing?
premierships.
So they've either been good on their own, but never
At
together.
the same time.
Brisbane and Hawthorn. Does that combination remind you of anyone?
Grant Birchall,
Grant Birchall, good one.
Luke Hodge.
Luke Hodge, good one.
Jack Gunston just recently.
Jack Gunston, anyone from back in the day? Not really.
Not that I can think of.
Anyway, any game we go to, we've got to try and link a
Couple of
correlation
players.
between a player. So,
Richmond
which
North,
we can jump
Robin
into.
NAHAS.
Yeah,
With our
got that.
Thursday night, as you're going through BWS and your camping gear and your hunting gear,
Yeah.
you're looking forward to the game. You'll probably have to listen to it on the wireless
Oh, yeah.
out in the campsite.
I don't think I'm going to be allowed to go again for another couple of months, but
The refreshingly BWS stat
of this one
for this one is Travis Boak,
Good
the
man,
mainstay
Travis
of
Boak.
the
Yeah.
power, has played 15 finals for Port Adelaide.
Yep.
The 5th most by a power player. I'm surprised by that. I thought it would have been higher. If he plays 4 finals, he will equal Kane Corns for equal most.
Right. Well,
So-
Kane played 300, and Bokey's played 350 now. About that, is it?
Yeah.
He's a good bloke. So.
He played in the grand final his first year. When did he get drafted?
07.
07.
Or end of 06.
He
07.
played in that 07 grand final.
I
Yeah.
reckon he did.
Yep.
You wouldn't
What
do you remember about that game?
135 points.
Yeah.
I remember something really random.
Stevie J saying you can call me Normie because he kicked 5 and 3/4 time break.
He said that to who?
Their assistant coach. He said, "I'm not answering, boys. Not unless you call me Normie."
So you already knew. You got any memory of that game?
I was actually a Geelong supporter. I wasn't drafted at the time, so avid Geelong supporter. So I was pumped. 135, I think we won by. They won by.
127.
It's my first memory of. We used to go for the Cats as well. Before we both won the Fothergill round medal, and so
You used to go for Geelong. That's nice.
I was, and the Port Adelaide side, they panned to their Mad Monday on the news. They were all just heads down, heads on the table. Looked a pretty grim.
So that's where
parted
Kane's
out.
got it from.
And then,
Oh, that's why no Mad Mondays.
Yeah, it's
'cause
why
of
no
that.
Mad
and then
Okay.
you go to the Cats one, and they're all going bananas. So
Cats have
good
done it the
day.
best over the years,
Yeah, I
haven't
was
they?
going to say they do a good Mad Monday.
Thursday night, Adelaide Oval. It all kicks off.
Yep.
Let's get stuck into it. What are you feeling?
I've been asked this already on a different
Platform.
and I've got the Cats going out in straighties. So I'm tipping Port to get the job done over there, albeit with an asterisk that I'm nervous about them not having Houston and Farrell off their half-back line because
What's Farrell done?
hammy. So he's properly cooked his hammy, I think, in the last game of the year against
Far out.
Frio.
Mate, so you think they still get it done without those 2 drivers off half-back?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
You think?
I'm saying that, Mick. You're not hearing me, mate.
Well, I'm hearing you.
But, the Cats, I haven't been sold on them for a little while, but they keep proving me wrong, because they're good players, just continue to stand up. Stewart, Dangerfield, Jezza,
Here's one for you.
Maxie Holmes.
Their side, and I'll come to you in a second. This is a bit close to your heart, Robin, because Geelong's side is just littered with, again, those experienced players.
Yes.
But then they pick up a guy from Swan District's reserves,
Yep.
Lawson Humphreys,
Yes.
who's been a revelation.
Yep.
Sean Manor,
Yep.
Werribee,
Your boy.
who's going to get best player of the finals, by the way.
Yes.
Tom Atkins,
Yep.
Geelong VFL.
Yep.
Brad Close, I think Glenelg.
Yep. And Mount Gambier boy, I think, yeah.
Tom Stewart,
Yep.
who was
South
footy.
Wales or
local
whatever else,
footy.
yeah.
So they're unrivaled in terms of the way they recruit.
Well, you just tip your cap to Stephen
You tip
Wales,
it.
don't you?
I'm tipping it, Brett.
yeah.
I haven't got one on, but
Yeah, he's picked a few. Man, I played golf with Wellesley earlier this year, and I said, mate, geez, you've picked the eyes out of a couple. And he goes, yeah, but we don't talk about all the ones that I'll bug it up as well that no one wants to bring up.
Everyone.
He goes, you remember the really good ones. Very humble man, Wellesley, a great man.
Yeah.
But
He's done a good job. 14 years.
And what are you thinking with this one? Port and Cats.
I think Well, Port Adelaide, I reckon prelim finals first week, like I reckon they've fumbled a few of these in recent memories. I remember they lost to Richmond, I reckon in
So for
19,
yeah,
I reckon they lost that one. I reckon Geelong. I think the two players off half back, underrated how much drive that gives you.
They will tag
ball users.
Drury will play on Stewart hands down. I reckon.
What's his name?
Willem.
I reckon Mead.
But don't most teams try and do that
Did
with
he last
Stewart
time?
anyway? Like I think that happens quite
they
often.
They did for a while, right? Because he was playing half back, and it was very predictable. He's playing half back. That's his role. Go play a defensive forward on him. He's gone in the midfield, but what the idea of that is, he still tries to get behind the ball anyway. So
Defensive
I think
mid.
the way they would look to do it is tag from their high half forward would still tag Stewart anyway, and then they just figure out how to fill the mid spot. But Mead did it last time, did it really well. I think that was the first time that it was done.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you know more than I do. I would have thought that if he plays mid, that it'd be Willem Drew who's done those jobs. But if you're saying Mead did a great job.
Yeah. Are you tipping the cap to me, or are you taking the piss out of me? Can't read it. What do you reckon, Mac?
I'm saying you
He's
know
on
what.
you.
I didn't do my research on the last time they played, is what I'm saying.
And was the game down at Geelong,
Cardinia Park.
and Port jumped out of the blocks.
Yeah.
And smacked them. And Kenny did the big celebration to the crowd behind him.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So
Tips?
obviously Port Adelaide and Geelong reminds me of Tom Harley.
Yep.
You got anyone else? Port Adelaide, Stephen Motlop, who's
Oh, he did too, yeah.
a teammate of mine down at North Warrnambool.
Is he? Is he still singing songs down there? He had a great voice, Steve.
Yeah.
Motlop.
Haven't spent a huge amount of time just yet with Steve in and around the club, because I live in Melbourne, he lives in Darwin.
Oh, he's a fly in, fly out. He's
He's
a
in Warrnambool for the final, so.
Yeah. Are you going back for finals?
Yeah.
You
We just played on
qualified?
the weekend.
You qualified?
Yep.
Wow.
We're into
you're
the,
cashing in, aren't
we're
you?
into the second semi this weekend.
No, it doesn't remind me of anyone else. It reminds me of that time that I saw Joel Selwood and Jimmy Bartel in trackies go over and get filmed at the airport trying to convince Travis Boak to come back. And I was like, that's an interesting choice of outfit that you're going to wear over there.
Were
to
they
speak
the
to him.
baggy ones?
Yeah, the baggy greys like that you wouldn't wear to hunt pigs.
Back to fashion.
So Tim,
Am I dressed all right today, Brett?
Port.
Yeah, not bad.
Port.
I'm going Port.
Geelong.
Margin.
I'm going to say 12 points.
15 points either way.
Best on ground.
Best on ground will be Zach Butters.
Horn Francis.
On Francis. So I'm going to go with the Cats by 4 points. Sean Manor. Friday night. Now, is there any more anticipated game
Not in Melbourne, there's not.
of the round than this one? In terms of these two sides, I've got an opinion on this game once we get to it. But Friday night, the MCG, 95,000.
Yeah, 100% sold out.
You doing the game, Brett?
No, I will not be. I'm going round to NAHAS house, actually. We're just going to
Matthew Knights.
Chris Knights. Yeah. Remember Chris Knights play the dogs,
Used to pull
the
the socks
Crows.
up.
And yeah, love this high socks. Eastern Rangers boy. We'll be around his house having a couple of swirls.
So Lockie Bramble will be in this game up to his eyeballs.
Yeah,
and
Brian Lake.
have a
He will
chip
be-
on his shoulder.
Brian Harris.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs Hawks, refreshingly
There's actually a
BWS
couple, a few.
stat for this one.
Left footer. What was his left footer name? Hawthorn. Went to Hawthorn. And
Dr. A's there as well.
yeah, there's another one.
Matty Suckling.
That's the
That's
one.
the one.
thinking.
Bit of cross-pollination between these two.
Yeah.
It's a fair
Jade
few.
Rawlings,
Yep. Back in the day.
he went to 3 clubs,
I'll
didn't he?
tweak.
No.
He
Ruse.
played at Ruse.
Yeah.
Dogs, Hawks.
Refreshingly BWS stat.
Give it to
The
me.
Bulldogs have played more matches at Adelaide Oval in 2024 than the MCG.
Wow.
Does that make?
Bulldogs have...
I think
There you go. And the Hawks haven't played many night games, so everyone's fucking complaining.
Yeah.
So push the excuses to the side. Talk me through the game, Brett.
Oh, I'm disappointed that they're playing each other now because
agreed.
they're two
Agreed.
finals team that they're just exciting to watch. I love the Hawks and what they bring. I'm flat that our boy Will Day's not going to play.
Are they the best two sides in the bottom 4 of the 8?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
easily.
And they're coming with the best form,
Yeah.
I think. Now, the fact that they are going to play each other means that we're not going to get to see them go any further, but the Hawks will come in full of energy and they'll take it to the Dogs. Where I think the Dogs can get it done is in and around the nut. Their stars inside.
They are clean.
They're clean. They win it. Their best scoring side from stoppage. And they've got a 3-headed monster up front in Jamara, Norton and Darcy. Now, it's predicted rain. So, but it was also a bit like that down at
Tassie, and they played pretty well.
down with Ballarat, down at Mars.
Still got the inside game, regardless if it's wet.
And Lobby down back now is, he's resurrected himself down there.
So many footballers do that, don't they? Like, they can't get a kick in the forward
he's
line.
openly said that he's a failed forward, now that he's gone back.
So the Dogs' forward line, in terms of the three-headed monster,
Yep.
Better on
poses a big threat.
Yep.
Wet, right? If it's wet,
Yes.
trouble. Hawks, their main threat forward of the footy, in my humble opinion,
Yes.
is their little fellas.
Yeah. Dylan Moore, Connor
If
McDonald.
it's wet, licking their lips.
Yep. Potentially, yeah. And they've got them balls inside. Warple, Newcomb.
Even Big Nash, he's big.
Connor Nash, he's 195,
He's
whatever.
like a guy that you look at, right? And you're like, oh. You look twice because you're like, that is an impressive specimen.
And can run all day. Massimo
Dill
D'Ambrosio.
would describe him as erect.
He's very erect. He's stiff. Hey?
What was the name? What were you going to say?
Massimo D'Ambrosio is another one
That's
off.
really well said.
Off the.
That's a hard name to say.
I'm Italian, mate. You know.
You're not Italian.
See.
He knows how to say D'Ambrosio and C.
I hear this wet theory.
Arrivederci.
Well, it's not going to make. I think inside Western Bulldogs is still too good. I think so. Regardless if it's wet, those guys they're so clean, regardless of how wet it is. Yeah, exactly. Up forward, I can't see how Hawthorn defend that.
If it's wet,
but they're still so good at ground level.
Like Waitman.
No, but
My boy Harvey Gallagher's playing down there.
Jamara moves well at ground level.
Yeah,
Darcy moves well at ground level. Norton, and I reckon at the G, those three work better with the extra space too than they do.
More separation.
Eddie had.
I think
But it's the best game. I reckon it's the best game of the round by a mile.
Yeah, that and the next one.
Oh, it's a pain in the arse, isn't it, that they're playing each other. But I think...
Right,
yeah,
who are you picking? I'm going with the Dags, the Boruses.
The Boruses hold on for mine.
Yeah. Only because I want to go to the kennel.
Goal either way. Goal either way.
I'm going to say 7 points.
Boruses by 4.
Goal either way.
Best player is going to be...
Bont.
Bailey Dale.
I think the most important player for mine, I think Liam Jones will mop it up behind the ball and set it. Set it
play off.
Even though you guys
just
are
off
saying
Gunston.
that the midfield are just going to get it down one end. Going a little bit obscure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
He's had a great year.
Great stuff. Now, Saturday Arvo.
Yeah.
Max doing his prep. He doesn't know when I'm going to go to him.
Look at him.
Where's that mic?
He's like a cat
Where's
on a
that
hot tin
mic?
roof.
Where's that mic?
One game off, Carlton.
No, we're not going to you yet.
Oh, fuck no.
Put it down. Put it down. Saturday Arvo footy at the SCG.
Mac just got wrecked.
Swans Giants. Obviously, Shane Mumford.
I played in this.
I wouldn't have a clue, mate.
Who else?
Jed Lamb.
Jed Lamb played for both.
I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No one else has gone other than Mummy. I don't think
Mummy.
there's been too many others unless it was early days.
Refreshingly BWS stats. Sydney have won 5 of the past 6 matches against the Giants. But the Giants have won we spoke about this, all 3 finals between the 2 teams.
Yes.
It's a good start, that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great
So
start.
2016 qualifying, 2018 elimination, and then there was another one just recently, I reckon.
SCG packs this out.
Yep.
What's the SCG hold?
40, I think.
Yeah, right. Great ground when it's full and...
Hard to watch footy. I hate watching
Sunny?
TV. No, just watching it when you're on TV. The camera level's too low.
Yeah.
Great feedback. Now, that's what we like to talk
Yeah,
about.
it's
Here.
It's way too low. I hate watching footy.
You know
at
what
the
one of
SCG.
Plow's Oppo's reports on us beating Sydney one day was? You know why? Know why they'll beat? Because their supporters don't even turn. They're too busy sipping Chardonnays. They don't even support. So you get a couple of goals.
They support in a different way, Sydney.
Yeah.
They clap.
Yeah.
They're clappers. They're like soccer supporters.
They're not
when something good
cheers.
happens, it's not like roars. Oh, you listen for this next time you go
They
to
clap.
the SCG.
Okay.
And they love their song, don't they? Sweet Caroline at quarter time.
Their crowd often, like gentlemen our ages, usually wear the RM Williams boots.
They're the 28-year-old male.
They are
Yeah.
with the scarf and
a puffer vest.
Yeah, and a schooner.
Yeah.
North Face.
Yeah, North Face. Yeah.
So this game, it's still a great game, right? But I feel like this game's probably
Just in
fourth
behind.
in line.
Fourth?
For mine.
Oh, bullshit.
Because
the Brisbane Carlton game's fourth for sure.
Yeah, that's eight
yeah,
goals.
100%.
okay. But Carlton fans, you know, look at Mac over there.
Max is shaking his head.
GWS Sydney.
Yeah, this is-
I think why, Brett, let me validate that because
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
want Sydney and GWS supporters coming at me.
Yeah.
Whoever loses, they're going to get another chance.
Yes.
So they're still going to stay relevant. All right? I like the elimination finals has this feeling of death about it.
Yeah.
So I'll put this one, and I think there's so much intrigue around the Cats and the Cats and the Power. In terms of what it looks like for Port Adelaide, you know, they haven't been able to deliver in finals, all that stuff. So I'm just validating that. But take me behind the curtain, Brett. Why are your G-men winning it?
I just think the record that you've spoken about, but they are one of the form sides, and I don't think the Swans have been at their absolute best in their last 6 or 7 weeks. They've dropped a few. We know about their record, but I think the Giants have just they're humming at the right time. Yes, they lost their last game to the Dogs, but I feel like they rested a few as well in that. Toby Bedford didn't play. Brent Daniels, who's been outstanding.
They were injured, Brett. They didn't rest them.
Oh, well, whatever you want.
Outs.
Yeah, whatever you
Connor
want.
Stone didn't play.
He was crook. Yeah, he was up not all night spewing from all reports, but their pressure game's right back to where it has been. Jesse Hogan up front has had an outstanding year, clunking everything. Hopefully he gets the matchup of Lewis Malik and Toby Rampy's going to be a real interesting matchup because Tobes has got him a couple of times. Rampy's been really good on him. From talking to a couple of GWS people, I think that the midfield and where they can nullify the Warner, Goulden especially probably because he's got a hold of him the last couple of times, and Heaney and Warner. I said Warner.
So does ground size affect their ball movement?
No, it doesn't because they both play on the Giants ground small, Swans ground small, and it's all just front half pressure, get at them. I remember we played them, and they genuinely don't like each other, which is great too. So. Off the field, no worries. They're all hunky-dory, but on
Toby
the field.
Green, I love Toby Green.
Now, I was going to go there, and we'll backtrack to the sides that we've already talked about. But who is Sydney and Giants' respective most important players throughout the finals?
Giants, Toby Green. He's, for me.
Yep.
Very rarely, if he plays well, do they lose, I reckon. So I'm not saying that if
they've
he
been
plays
able to
well,
cover him
this year,
fairly well.
This year, I reckon this year is the only year you've actually seen it. Where prior to that, it's like if Toby Green's not playing, there's no way I'm ever picking the Giants to win. This year they've covered it. You're right, with Daniels sort of emerging too. He's been exceptional.
Yep.
So I'd say Toby Green, and then if you look at, I think Chad Warner, I think he adds that level for Sydney. With the speed through the midfield, he's kicked 20 goals plus 20 goals. Kicked
25.
forward, and then over 20 disposals,
25 or more,
and over 20 disposals, which is a fair effort.
Yeah. Who have you got, Brett, for the G?
It's hard to go past Tobes. I think he's a captain for a reason and leads the way. Behind that, I think it's probably Sam Taylor. I think he's incredibly important behind the footy. His ability to market, not just spoil. And for the Swans, I agree. I think Warner will ignite, but I think Goulden's the guy that can set him up because of his skills. But it was, I think even a couple of weeks ago, it was Heaney and Warner that lit it up in that last quarter. They 14 each. And they were the reason they got over the line. But that's the reason why I think that they're a bit reliant on that at the moment, and the rest sort of just fall into line. Tobes and I'll say Goulden. Nice.
I like Sam Taylor as the most important. I think, not particularly this week, but the longer this final series goes, if they at some stage get the Dogs or you get one of these forward lines like the Cats that are full of firepower, Taylor and Buckley, who I just admire.
And then Connor Iden just as a...
the old third banana.
Third man up,
Third banana. And the Swans, I tend to agree with Goulden as the most important player for them. His ability to go inside, outside. Their midfield does this strange but spectacular kind of rotation system, which they're all on the same page, where they end up on a wing or forward or mid. And it's
cover for each other.
Hard to stop, but Goulden is at the top of that list for mine. So, do we get tips and margins and best on?
I got the Giants by... I'm going to say by 10 points.
Yep.
And best on's going to be Tom Green.
Swans 4 goals.
Best on?
Chad Warner.
GWS by, I think they win easily, 4 goals.
Giants.
Giants. And best on ground, I'm going to go with Lockie Whitfield.
Oh, yeah. He'll get a shitload of it.
Now, if you're doing the math at home, we've gone through 3 games. There's only 4 for the week.
Yes.
And we said we'd bring Mack in on 1.
Yeah, so what's he going to do?
Mack, you got the run sheet? Okay, well, good. Well, I'm going to go to you first for the preview of the game, and I'm going to give you a refreshingly BWS stat. And let's go to Lockie Neal. He holds the record for the most disposals in a final, 46 against Melbourne in 2021. Quite random because they're playing Carlton. But there's a stat for Lockie Neal.
Yeah, he's had a good year, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's a gun.
I'll take that to Chris Fagan.
I'll take that to Chris Fagan.
Just putting the ball knowledge in there.
Yeah, well, how are we going to stop Lockie Neal?
So you're going to tell Chris Fagan that he's got a good player in Lockie Neal? Is that what you're going to do?
Well, mate, even Voss, what are you going to tell Voss? Oh, Lockie Neal, who's won a few Brownlows, he's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah.
He plays good against Melbourne.
So what are Carlton going to do?
Back at you, Lids. Cop that.
How are Carlton going to curtail the 46 of Lockie Neal?
Who goes to him? What player can play on him? I've got a player in mind.
Chincotta maybe if
He's
plays.
been playing more half back.
Yeah, but he was tagging either him, Matt Kennedy, or Elijah Hollins.
Well,
So
you
Really?
one here, Mac.
What about George Hewitt? I thought he'd done like.
Does he tag?
He runs with.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
What's the
George Hewitt
difference?
could.
Yeah.
So George Hewitt,
Yeah, I suppose.
we're locking that one in. We're taking that one to Vossi.
No, he wants Bam Kennedy from the half-back flank.
Yeah, well, he's strong body.
Yeah.
But nah, we'll take Hewitt.
Good. Okay. So already Mac's shown he has no spine.
Yeah.
Mate.
He's full of splinters all in his
Don't
ass.
listen to Mac.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Sit on
anyway,
the fence.
how are you feeling as a Carlton supporter, Mac? Let's
It just
get
depends.
the feelings.
It just
Get the
depends
vibe.
on all the tests this week, I think.
Who they-
with who's coming in.
So,
Is it too many?
Kerno won't play.
Well, Kerno was a test last week, and so was McGovern. So I'm assuming they'll both. If Mackay, and then I don't think Doherty will play.
Are you worried they're a bit banged up?
Too many changes.
Vossi just tackled a bloke coming out of the calf. That doesn't get your team up. What does?
Oh, so that's what he's going in with the
He would have
pre-game.
come back and he's like, boys,
Guess what I've just done?
guess what I've just done?
What about the two of his team? What about two of his players just sitting in the cafe not doing anything?
Wow. I've got actually an
Who are the
inside
players?
scoop on this.
Yeah, give it to us.
It was Walshy
Who's got a bad back?
and
Yeah.
Kempy,
Yeah.
Brody Kemp.
Yeah, who's your
And
forward?
they were there.
Obviously, good match with you because you're using nicknames.
No, yeah, well, sorry, Sam and Brody. I'm not sure if Brody's short for anything. They were there with the Dow brothers, which is Thompson Dow for Richmond, and the younger one, Max Dow, who's my mate.
Yeah.
And he saw it. Well, he didn't see that, but he saw Vossi come in, and he did get his coffees and then just left. So that's pretty
quite
boss
remarkable.
from
So
Voss.
verbatim.
That is
Verbatim.
It's a verbatim story from
That is great.
Mac, who's friends with the Dow brother
Yeah.
that doesn't play AFL,
Yeah.
that was there randomly with the
Yeah.
other
With Walshy
couple
and
of just
Kempy.
So, in short, they win or lose.
Oh, wow. No, I don't know. I feel like Brisbane we bet Brisbane start of the year, but I feel like they just have it on us.
If they play Doherty, is that reaching for too much emotion?
I don't. Well, he hasn't played all year. Like, it just wouldn't. I don't know.
He'd have to. Yeah.
He's a chance.
I think it's
I
good
reckon
for the
it's
fairy
a chance
tale.
to
You reckon
play.
he is?
I reckon he's in.
What has that got to do with anything? He's still a chance to play. They got to have 8. They had 11 of their best 22 not play last
Yeah,
week.
it depends who comes
And
in.
they got
So
how
who
many
else
changes?
does?
They'll
Was
have 8. They'll
Zachy
have
Williams
8.
come back in, does
They'll
he?
have 8 changes. 6 to 8
I
changes.
think so.
Yeah, I think so.
If all these
Kerno,
guys you're going to say are
Harry
available,
McKay,
like they're playing.
McKay
They all
plays.
play.
Yeah.
McKay plays.
So therefore, all your young blokes that came into the side, you just
Yes.
don't like.
Hey,
Great
hey,
experience.
lose.
You've got a couple of games on your
Well,
belt, mate, but
I mean-
Well, you're telling me you would not bring in 6 of your best 12 players because you got a couple of young kids that played around. What are you
This is
talking
so
about?
un-Brett-like.
Imagine
This
that.
is, you
this is
actually,
just me creating
you're
conversation.
appeasing, you're appeasing to the emotive of
No,
a young player that's played 3 or 4 games and
Could-
finding
he
their way in the
wouldn't care.
AFL.
I'm a manager now.
Yeah.
I'm looking after my young
Either
players.
way, they lose by 8 goals. I can't even see them getting close.
Yeah,
And
and you're strong on this, aren't you?
Purely just because I want to see it happen for personal reasons. I've got nothing against Carlton. It's just so
Their
much
supporters.
fun. No, just these guys. just my mates. Shout out to Alex Axe. He'll enjoy that. He's the worst. It's funny. So I genuinely think
that Brisbane have.
I think Brisbane have fumbled the last, losing the GWS when they should have been 60 points up at quarter time. Then they fumbled the Collingwood game, should have finished top 2. I think they were best side in it.
Yeah.
And
On paper,
to
yeah.
win 4, can they win 4 to make the grand final? I think they can. To win the grand final, I think they can. And I think they start with an easy one this week.
This would be the game, I reckon, everyone sees as the easiest tip of the weekend.
Yes.
Which always turns into upset. Yep,
Turns into
absolutely.
mark.
I'm tipping Brisbane by 4 goals.
Yeah, and best on. Who's going to kick a bag?
Oh, our boy Lockie. He's going to...
Lockie's at 46.
Yeah, it's maybe not 46.
Max taking it to Vossi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. He's
Vossi
taking it to
tackled a
face.
guy out of a car.
Yeah,
missing
Vossi's
the
a
key.
fucking coach, mate. He's not out there tackling Lockie Neal.
Yeah,
Did you
well-
not see what I did? So he's going to bring him in.
You know.
So, boys, pre-game motivational video. Here's me
Tackling a man.
reenacting.
Yeah,
Tackling
you would have got the boys up there. You would have
Yeah.
Kempy and Walshy, Sam and Brody.
Back me up, boys. Back me up.
Well, to be honest, last week when we were in the it was the 50-50 on Sunday night whether we were going to play, I thought if they call me up and they ask me about some key players, which is missed, by the way, who's played for both, I had a good list.
Go.
Doherty,
Yep.
Mitch Robinson,
Yep.
and then a bit old school,
Favola.
Fev.
Yeah.
And Vossi, kinda.
Oh, well,
When he coaches him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't play
Kinda.
for
He
him.
did say kinda.
What about Richard Hadley?
Don't know who that is.
His dad used to be the recruiter for Brisbane, yeah?
Did he?
You know that?
No.
I feel like he interviewed me once.
Yeah, right.
Didn't go very far because we didn't get to Brisbane. Let's backtrack. Just so Brizzy easy.
Yes.
Yep.
Brizzy easy.
Four goals.
Yeah, I think Brizzy easy as well, and I think Joe Danaher gets off the chain.
Who's Wiedering go to? Hipwood.
Yeah. No, he probably goes to Joe.
And
The Wiedering just gets towed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Take that one to Bossy. Wiedering, be ready and fucking make sure that you know that I tackled a bloke out of the car.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if that doesn't,
That doesn't get you riled.
Where does it? That doesn't.
Oh, that's what they're going to think about.
That's it.
The one I just want to backtrack to Geelong and Port Adelaide, most important player of their finals campaigns. Who are you thinking?
Stewart.
No, Jez.
Jez.
For the Cats.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good call. He's
Yeah, I think
He has to kick- he has to kick
he
backs.
has to have a huge one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Port.
Butters is the obvious choice.
Horn Francis for me.
Yeah.
Could be a real X factor.
But I think Rosie's
Rosie,
just
yeah.
been going, and I think he's ready to lead his side.
Do you reckon he might catch wind of the Vossi story?
He might. I think because he's a loose connection before he got there. Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
No, I'm green. I said yeah. Well, no,
He's got a mic suit.
He get him on more often.
Give it back-
He's
give
so
it back to
good.
Darth now.
He's so good.
Hawks and the Dogs, most important players.
Bontempelli and
Sicily?
John Newcomb.
John Newcomb. Bit of mid stuff, yeah. Bont for mine and Sicily.
Dylan Moore for Hawthorn.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad shout.
Adam
Trelaw.
and yeah, the Bont. I actually think if their key forwards can get going, I reckon if Jamara can actually
Kick straight?
Yeah, exactly.
If he can kick straight?
Yeah.
Kicks it beautifully,
If Jamara has
Good looking misses.
It's a good looking operator, Jamara.
Jamara has a huge final series, I think the Dogs can go very, very far.
And the game we just did, Carlton and Brisbane. Just had
Most important players.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I think Harris Andrews is their most important down back.
Yep. 3.
And for Carlton, it's Paddy Cripps.
Yeah.
It's him or bust.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
He is just a warrior, and he just keeps rolling. Just got a message off the wife, and
Tell you
didn't communicate with her that I wasn't picking up Lonnie from daycare, which hasn't gone down super. I know, Mac.
Cannot relate. Similar to Robbie.
Yeah.
I think
He's so good.
He's
He's
great.
had two absolute crispy ones. Big dick and cannot relate.
I don't think anyone heard the big dick thing.
Oh, okay.
But now they have.
Yeah, stiff.
He's on fire.
He didn't mean that one, I don't think.
Hey, I think Dyl won't be coming back.
No,
I
he's
don't
not.
think.
Not welcome.
Which is
Footy and
fair,
Friends, he
'cause
can
it does
just
have
oversee.
here, we will get this off you, Robin, just in case he does come back. But I think we're going to get you back in across the finals if you're available.
I'm always
Do you get a
available.
voucher or something for doing this? Because we just invoice.
I run a footy academy. Let's just
Yeah, let's plug it.
Let's plug it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
so
for it.
the NAHAS Academy, mate. So
What do you learn? Dribble goals.
FIFA.
Yeah.
Sleep in.
Yeah, how to sleep in. Oh no, all the things that I probably didn't do well as a player. But no, I've been doing this for a few years, but it's really taken off over the last 12 months. Run a couple of junior footy clubs, East Melbourne Knights. I do a lot of work with them, and I come in and sort of help their coaches depending on what age group they need. So they sort of buy hours off me for the year. And then from there, I get the one-on-one stuff and group sessions. But it's going really, really well, and I've got some really good kids. And like, shout out to the East Melbourne Knights Footy Club; they've been fantastic. And a few dads out in Beaconsfield have been great for me too.
And where do we find it?
It's on Instagram, NAHAS Academy.
Easy
done.
Do you get Brett down to just maybe talk to the kids?
Oh, Brett doesn't answer my phone calls.
What would you say if you got down there?
What
Brett?
did I?
No,
I
I
answered.
told
It
you
was
no,
one,
as a
one ring.
joke.
One ring
Yeah, it
today.
was quick. Yeah.
Now, Mac
Brett went to the dentist
We've
today.
seen Mac's ball drop.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you take
I'll
21-year-olds?
take anyone that wants to. Are you still playing footy?
I'm on a list.
If you
About 46th on the list, but I'm on it.
I'll get you. I'll get you.
Expecting a 2-year contract extension.
Where are you
Mac.
playing?
Where is it?
Where are you
Surrey
playing?
Hills.
Surrey Park Panthers. Actually, the ones and the twos both got into the grand final this weekend, which
Are you
I
playing
will
in
be
either?
playing in neither. But I will be there at the Silly Sunday and Mad Monday.
Dress up.
I think so.
So,
I'll be
mate,
there, young.
if you-
We did it. even though I didn't touch ground all
Who's
finals.
your coach?
Doigie.
Doigie, you were wrong.
Yeah.
You're going to give him a Doigie, you were wrong?
Doigie's our coach. Why would I be telling you he's wrong?
Because you're not
Because I'm
He
not
didn't
playing.
pick you. Yeah.
Oh, maybe
What if
like
they lose?
over the summer, once I'm done with NAHAS, I'll come back just like
Ball
lacing
drop.
out some kicks. I'll just
Oh,
play.
I'll get you going.
But we will just off Robin really quickly get a tip for the grand finalists. Who you think is going to make the grand finalists eventual premier? And a Norm Smith medalist. I'll throw one in there.
I'm going to go outside. I think the Dogs and Lions. I think 2 teams outside. I know it's ridiculous to think, but that's what I'm hoping for, to be honest.
I don't know.
Mainly for my mate who's got a lot riding on the Lions doing well here. So I'm just throwing out some well wishes for him because he needs
Good
this
luck to
one
him.
bad.
And Norm Smith?
I'm going to go Josh Dunkley.
Josh Dunkley. So in a losing... Oh, who's winning it? Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Oh, sorry, Brisbane win.
Brisbane Dogs and Josh Dunkley.
Against
Because
his old side.
Wouldn't
I
that be something?
just think Lachie Neal might get shut down a little bit and Josh Dunkley
They don't
comes in.
tag the Dogs, but
Yeah, you
we'll
lick
see.
your lips if you're a good midfielder playing the Dogs because you know you're going to get... Well, you're playing against really good midfielders.
Yeah,
But you're going to get
so
a
you're
little-
getting a look.
Yeah, you're getting a look. Hey, but remember to get your drinks for game day.
This
and the
weekend,
boys
I will be.
at Surrey Park will be getting their drinks from BWS for the Silly Sunday and Mad Monday, I'd
I
imagine.
assume so.
Yep.
I assume so.
No, you know so.
Don't
I know
assume.
so.
You
I know for
so.
sure.
Yeah, you make a
I think
nice
Get
they're
you a
game,
drink
mate.
for game day. Sorted. And enjoy the footy with BWS. Matt, anything else?
No. Well done.
Illy XX.
Billy
Good man.
XS.
Oh,
Very
well
good
done.
man.
Thanks for listening to another Clubby Sports podcast. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Dyl Friends, on TikTok at Dyl Friends, and if you want to send something in for the show or chat to us on the minis, any bit of feedback, please email me at mailbag@dylanfriends.com, and we'll chat to you soon. LXX. Thank you so much.